Trump, Melania, Vine, and Enron. These are all going to zero. And that's because it's very difficult to provide value to a cryptocurrency, especially if it's just on name alone. Now, there are a lot of meme coins that have become successful, but it's going to be a lot easier to make cryptocurrencies in 2025 because the SEC is scaling back their efforts of crypto enforcement. So that means there's going to be less punishment for creating cryptocurrency and working in cryptocurrency. Now, this means a few things. One, we're going to see a lot more scams. Two, there's going to be a lot more building of real products in cryptocurrency. And three, will that provide value to you, the investor? Well, we'll see. There's no way to easily invest in crypto and make that determination, but we're going to go over some points that will keep you safe if you are a crypto investor. So if that sounds good, stick around for the full video. I'm Dan, and let's dive in. Starting off with the SEC, they have sued a lot of different cryptocurrencies: BNB, BUSD, Solana, Cardano, Polygon, Cosmo, Sandbox, Axie, and a lot more. Now, a lot of this was to keep people safe, but a lot of these cryptocurrencies were legitimate builders and they were kind of limiting innovation, especially when it comes to building products and innovation in the United States. Now, with crypto being more free in the United States and less enforcement, we are going to see a lot more scams, but potentially a lot more building of real products and a lot more consumer access to cryptocurrency in the United States. Now, there's no guarantee that will happen, but it could potentially happen. Although right now the markets have been pretty bad for many different cryptocurrencies. They have not maintained their all-time highs and they have just continued to drop over time. Now in this post it has a lot of reputable cryptocurrencies, but if we look at the average losses here by sector, memes are down 78%, layer 2 is down by 77%, DeFi 74%, AI agents 75%, gaming and NFTs 86%, modular blockchains 90%, layer 1 blockchains 59%. Now, if you don't know what all of that means, that's great. Maybe you avoided all that damage, but even with the most legitimate projects, there's no guarantee you're going to be profitable in crypto. So maybe in another video, we can go over what was the most successful and what was the most unsuccessful of these projects. You can see some are down 97%, 98% like Ape and Scale, and there's a lot of different reasons for that. Now, the real opportunity could have been shorting crypto. Shorting crypto, especially the ones you know that didn't get attention anymore, that people weren't using, that continued to print tokens for investors. Those are very likely good coins to short. Now, I don't know if that will continue into the future, but it's something to consider. So where do you invest? Where are the opportunities? I don't know. I have a couple different theses for myself. There's no guarantee they'll come true, but I like things that have a good user experience and that can bring in new users. So Sui and Solana have been doing pretty well at that because they have a better user experience than anything EVM, that's, Ethereum, any layer 2 blockchain. And that's my personal thesis. I think AI agents are still going to continue to grow, especially if they can get a lot of attention, but the AI agent space is still very crowded right now, so there's too much capital all over the place and it's not really focused into one area. So that's just my thesis, but you could also look at Masari's crypto thesis, and if you were going to listen to it, that is 275 minutes. That is almost 5 hours of content. And then you also have ARK Invest's Big Ideas of 2025. Now, even if you go through all of this, you'll just have more information. There's no guarantee that listening to these articles, KOLs, YouTubers, or including myself, is going to make you money because no one knows what they're doing. So that is the truth about it. And that is the first tip to stay safe when investing in crypto. Be very skeptical. That's it. So now we're going to jump into other tips to keep you safe when investing in crypto. Number two, never be early because that's when you get dumped on. Even if you buy a token within the first minute of launching, and that makes you one of the snipers, you're one of the earliest investors to access that token, a lot of cryptocurrencies will dump immediately. So it's incredibly high risk, and you don't need to take that risk. So anything that is very early, less than a week, pretty dangerous. If you're looking at cryptocurrencies that are at least 6 months old, that have an established reputation and community, that's when some opportunities might be forming. So, yeah, don't be early at all because you're just gonna lose money. So, that is a big lesson that is very hard to learn. And even for myself, sometimes I gamble on things and they don't turn out well. So, you never want to be one of the first people to the party. Hi, this is Connor, and about 4 years ago, he purchased Enron for $275. He's not kidding, he owns the trademark, the IP, and he launched a cryptocurrency that's pumped very, very hard when it launched within the first hour or two, and then continued to dump ever since. So, the lesson here again, don't be early, don't trust name recognition, and don't trust Connor. Yeah, Connor's a little sketchy here. So you want to go with things you trust. You don't want to be early and you want to look for long-term growth. So whenever you are looking at crypto projects, especially when it comes to maybe meme coins and communities, you have to consider, is this something you're going to hold for the long term? And if not, when do you sell? How long do you want to hold it? Is it extremely short term? Because that's where the opportunities and the risk are. Or do you want to hold long term? Do you see a vision there? And do you see that community growing? So there are a lot of things to consider. Now, the cool thing about X is that it makes crypto research extremely easy. You can see this X button here, and it explains what's going on. But we can do something a little more crypto friendly for us if we just go to Grok directly. And let's say we access it from a fresh page, we can just type in, is the Enron cryptocurrency a scam? So we'll load that into Grok, and then we're going to get some opinions of what other people are saying on Twitter. So that is the amazing thing about using AI and Grok and Twitter's integration here. So you can see the Enron cryptocurrency initiative appears to be part of a larger satirical or parody project orchestrated by individuals known for similar humorous stunts like Connor Gatos of Birds Aren't Real fame. So I guess he's known as a satire project for Birds Aren't Real. But that doesn't matter, so let's dig into the details. Community notes and skepticism. Posts on social media platforms, including X, have been flagged with community notes cautioning that this could be a crypto scam masquerading as the bankrupted Enron Corporation, which it kinda is. Crypto community warnings. Influential figures in the crypto space like CoffeeZilla have warned against investing in Enron token, citing signs of it being a potential pump and dump scheme, which it clearly has been. And what makes it even funnier is the historical context. Given Enron's notorious history with corporate fraud, any revival under this name, especially with a focus on cryptocurrency, naturally raises red flags about potential scams. So we also asked, what are people saying about it on X? On X, there's a notable amount of skepticism and caution regarding the Enron cryptocurrency. Many users are openly calling it a scam, pointing out that it seems designed to capitalize on the infamy of the original Enron company for a quick, deceptive profit in the crypto space. Comments include warnings about not falling for their obvious scams, especially given the historical context. There are mention of the token's mechanics, like the 7-day lock period for tokens, which clearly didn't matter because they had enough tokens to dump it anyway. Some posts humorously or cynically acknowledge the project's nature with remarks to its play. But basically, you should be using X to find out about projects, you should be seeing what other people are saying about the project, and you should take that into consideration if you are going to be an early investor and take on that risk. Most people don't make money in crypto, but at least with GMGN, we can find out who are. We can find out who is the smart money, fresh wallets, KOLs and VCs, and snipers. So with smart money, we can find out who are the most successful traders, and what are they investing in. Now, this is also me shilling it, so if you want to support the channel, there will be a referral link to this platform in the description. Now, this is a fully decentralized exchange. You just load up your wallet and you can trade everything kind of like a centralized exchange, but everything happens in DeFi, so it's really easy to use. So right now we are looking at the smart money. We can see who's ranking the best in the past 30 days, and the numbers aren't that impressive since we've had a big dip in the market in the last 30 days, and with GMGN you can't really short anything. This is just buying everything in spot. So let's look at the third best trader who has a more achievable amount of Solana at 219. So we can see in the last 7 days they had a 70% gain in their wallet. And then we can also find out what they're holding based on the balance. And you can see that they're holding a lot of Solana. They haven't been doing well with some of their meme coins, and they have a small amount of a lot of other coins that are close to a $0 value. Now, I wouldn't buy anything just because a big wallet has it, but if you wanted to copy their trades, that is also possible. But we also have to understand that things in their wallet they might not have bought. So you can see here, didn't buy 44 of the coins that are in their wallet. They did not buy it. Buy and sell within 10 seconds. 58 transactions. So if you are copy trading them, they will buy the coin, and then if you're copy trading, it buys it too, so it pumps. So that means they sell the coin immediately at a profit. So they did that 58 times. That might be how they made a lot of their profit. So that's why you don't want to follow everybody. You want to see their strategy. You might want to see what they're investing in, and then you have to take very calculated chances. You have to take very calculated bets when you invest in crypto this early. So not something I want to follow, but let's look at the second place guy. Let's see what kind of tokens he's holding. We're going to sort by balance, and he has a significant balance of AWR, Nova, and then maybe a few $100 of these other coins. So they haven't been performing well, but maybe this one is. So let's see, Mac coin. We'll jump into this, not a recommendation or anything. We just want to understand this platform and take a look at these coins, and it's a pump and dump. You can see DS at the top, that's dev sell. So yeah, this is not something you want to get started with. So maybe we don't want to follow that person as an investor, and maybe we want to look at the trending tab. We want to filter what is trending by maybe KOLs and smart money, and we can pick one of these coins. Not a recommendation, but we're going to take a look at MLG as an example. You can see they've been around for a while, and we can take a look at the chart and how to trade this. Now, the cool thing about GMGN is it has auto trading and it has stop losses. So you can minimize your losses if you want to do some chart analysis and do some trading based on that on different support and resistance levels. So we'll switch this to the 4-hour chart, and then we can set up a buy and let you see a couple things here. I know you're going to have to zoom in, buy now or buy dip. So let's say we know that the support level is down here. If we want to buy the dip, you can see that drops down a little bit, and then we can set up a buy. So I'm just going to create an order there. This is just a small amount. You can set up whatever order amount you want, but it set up that order in one click. I didn't really have to confirm anything. It just really simplifies the transactions. And if we want to sell, if it does buy, well, let's buy something now so we have something. We can buy a little bit of the token, a very small amount, but this is easy for a test. So now we have some of the token. You can see a B there that indicates we bought at this point on the chart. And then we want to do an auto sell. So there's auto sell and auto sell down here. So auto sell allows you to sell based on the different levels. So if you want like a stop loss and you think that, hey, if it drops below this point, you can do that. So we can do 50% of our tokens. So it'll create the order. If it drops below this point, it's going to automatically market sell our tokens. And let's say the price goes up to here and then we hit a bit of resistance. We can also set up an order for the rest of our tokens. So we can do that. And then order has been created. So if the chart pumps and it hits this point, we're going to do a market sell of all the tokens we're holding. If it drops below this point, we're going to sell 50% of our tokens. And we can even sell another 50% at the bottom of the chart right here. So you can set up as many orders as you want as long as they don't overlap and you understand what you're doing. I know it looks like a lot at first, but this gives you a lot of controls in DeFi where you can set different buy orders, you can set stop losses, and you can even do a little bit of auto trading. So let's take a quick look at that. So here we have auto trading, and right now it by default is set up to have a stop loss at 5% and a take profit at 20%. So I can jump into any trending token here, not investment advice or anything, and then I can do a quick 20%. So I can do a quick buy, and if the token pumps in price by 20%, it's going to sell. If it drops by 5%, it's going to sell. So I'll either take a 5% loss or a 5% gain, and this order is active until then. So you can make small bets on the market if you see a lot of momentum and the price pumping. Well, it looks like this is going to drop and I'll probably miss out. But you can kind of see that GMGN gives you a lot of different features if you're going to trade in DeFi, and it simplifies the process a lot. They support other chains as well. So if you are on an EVM chain like ETH or Base or BSC, you don't have to approve transactions. It's just one-click sell. And here we have the price dropping and it sold. So we lost 5% on that trade, and that's okay. And unfortunately, we can't short on this platform as of yet, but it is a pretty nice feature where it did limit our losses if we were going to invest in something. And that is all possible with GMGN. Link in the description, and that's the shield, but I think you'll get a lot of value out of it if you are going to be an early investor. All right, we learned a lot. It's not that easy to make money in crypto. Being early is not necessarily an opportunity, and there are a lot of risks. Now, there is still a lot of opportunity in crypto in the long term, at least that's what I think, but I'm not necessarily going to be right because a lot of legitimate projects are struggling. So we want to see more crypto adoption, we want to see more traction, we want to see more money flowing into crypto markets in general, and that will fuel the prices to pump, at least potentially, So investing in crypto, not that easy, but there are things to help us make better decisions. So I hope that helped you out. And if you want to help me out, you know what to do. And with that, I hope you got your full value for today.